Hello everyone, I'm DA, the facilitator of Driver the Wedge. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be a part of our awesome effort to introduce, enhance, and grow the game of golf in an amazing way. So please subscribe, like, and share so we all can do our part within our golf culture. Because golf is not just a game, it's a way of life. Okay, I want to welcome a good friend of mine, golf enthusiast, and Tiger, a non-apologetic Tiger fan. My boy Joe Waite, affectionately known as I call him as JoJo. Hey, what's going on, Joe? Welcome to Driver the Wedge, man.
What's up, champ?
Okay, we got some big news coming down the pike. We got Tiger teeing it off tomorrow in the Genesis Open. What's your take on that?
Well, you know, I couldn't be more excited. You know, and I didn't even, to be honest with you, like I was telling you before we got on here, I've been out of the loop with golf. Mm-hmm. And the reason being is simply because Tiger, my guy hasn't been in the field. He hasn't been in the mix. So if Tiger's not in it, golf just doesn't really have that appeal to me. So I'm so excited. I'm excited because Tiger's back in the field. And anytime Tiger's back in, now I'm back in. And with I heard it from you first that Tiger was playing this weekend or this week tomorrow. And I mean, so my juices are starting to get flowing, knowing that Tiger's going to be in the field. So I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you, do you think Tiger has a chance? Do you think he has a chance of winning?
You know what? As long as Tiger can lace up his shoes, put a club in his hand and walk down those fairways, I think Tiger has a chance. He always has a chance. And you know what? I'm never going to bet against Tiger because if there's ever somebody that's going to do the impossible or already has, it's going to be Tiger.
Yeah,
it's that simple. So I'm never going to bet against Tiger. Now, wait a minute. Now, realistically, he's got to get back in and he got to get all his feels going, like he would say. He got to get back into mid-season form before he can be seriously competitive. But if anybody was going to jump out there and do it, it would be Tiger.
Okay, and I'm listen. I'm gonna say No, I don't think he got a chance in the world to win. But one thing we do know, Tiger know how to step up to the plate. He's going to make the cut. Yeah. Because one thing he know how to do is get a check.
Right.
He ain't even no money on the board. You know what I'm saying? But just from a number standpoint, since 2019 and 2020 season to present, Tiger's played in 11 events and he's averaging 42nd place. He has two withdrawals and 2 missed cuts, but he got 1 victory in I think it was the Zuzu.
Right.
So with that being said, do you see him following that trend, being middle of the pack, or do you see him feeling like, okay, he can do something?
Like I said, I'm never going to bet against him and never doubt that he can pull off a miracle. I mean, the guy has done everything except for walk on water. And I think he might have even did that in one of his commercials. He might have did some walking on water. But
in your bag tonight.
I don't know. Tiger, it remains to be seen. If you listen to him, and I always say this, what is Tiger saying? That's what I've learned. I've learned I'm not listening to any critics anymore. I'm not listening to any of my buddies and friends on what they have to say about Tiger. I'm listening to what Tiger has to say. Okay. So I would say, what is Tiger saying? And I did take time to listen to what Tiger was saying. And Tiger said, I think he doesn't even expect to win. Okay. He realizes he's got to shake off some of the rust and get back into the feel of things before he can be seriously competitive. But you know how it is, man. In golf, you know, you never know. You could just happen to have 4 good days come out of nowhere, and you know, hey, if anybody's gonna do it, it could be Tiger. So I guess it just remains to be seen. We'll see what happens with that.
Oh.
Would I be surprised? You know what? And I would not be surprised if he just happened to pull a win out of his ass. I would not be surprised.
In this tournament, teeing off Thursday to Sunday, you think Tiger could put 4 rounds in the 60s together? Because that's what it's going to take to win on tour.
Right. I got you on that. I don't know. You know, the last time I saw Tiger, I'm trying to even remember when it was, and he was playing. I was trying to watch him and see, was he limping as much? Mm-hmm. Is he healthy? You know, because we could talk about.
Physically, he looks good. Physically, you know, he played in the Pro-Am. They got some shots of him on the internet. Golf, you know, different networks are showing some shots of him. He looks. He doesn't have such a pronounced limp as he did last year.
I say the same thing. That's what I saw. I saw a little limp in there, mm-hmm. and you know, to listen to him, he kept saying his foot or ankle or whatever it was felt fine. Mm-hmm. It was his back and other parts of his body. He kept saying that was sore, but you know,
so do you think,
he's getting up there in age.
So let me summarize just this point. What would you consider to be a successful outing?
For me personally, mm-hmm. if you know, if Tiger could make the cut, and you know, maybe even, you know, be close to the hunt at some various points, I would be satisfied with that. You know, I mean, making the cut and, you know, being out of the loop for so long, realistically, I could be happy with that. I don't have high expectations. Like I said, I'm following what Tiger says. And if Tiger says I got to shake off the rust, then that's telling me that he even knows that he's not quite there yet, and not necessarily because of any physical ailments or anything, but just simply needs to knock off the rust and get back to form. And I can give him that. I'm willing to give him that.
Okay. All right, now let me ask you. Tiger is what? 3 behind Jack, right? 15 to 18, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe Tiger catches Jack?
I think what's going to determine if Tiger catches Jack is his health. If he can get his health right, you know, meaning, you know, these ailments, his ankle, his back, or whatever, if he can get his health right, and we all know that if Tiger's healthy, Tiger can, you know, he could put a game together. He could put a game together and win.
But Joe,
and I believe
we also know that you don't get healthier as you get older.
Exactly. But you know something that made me what makes me feel like I think Tiger has more than a chance. Tiger, they're talking about in the last tournament Tiger played and how far Tiger was hitting the ball. Tiger hitting it just as long as anybody out there.
Oh yeah,
And with that being said, and we all know nobody has a short game or even mid-game iron play like Tiger Woods. So if Tiger can get his distance back, and that's the thing, and this is where everybody gotta be careful and watch out, because this is where Tiger is most dangerous. When Tiger has his length and he's able to put the rest of his game together with a long game, meaning his mid-game, his those long irons coming in, landing in, you know, hitting them irons, landing balls from, you know, 250 yards away, landing on the green like a butterfly. You know, when he's doing stuff like that, Nobody out there can beat Tiger. And that's when Tiger was when he was dominating the field, back when he first came on tour, that's exactly what he was doing. He was out driving everybody. He was hitting it just as long as anybody else. And he was playing those irons like nobody's business.
Oh, he's probably the best iron player there is. But let me say this.
Well, there you go.
I believe that Tiger only chance of catching Jack is, and you and I have discussed this, is at the course that never changes for a major tournament.
Oh, no.
At Augusta. I believe Tiger know Augusta the way he knows his living room. I believe if he can.
So let me ask you something.
Hold on, let me finish. Wait, if he can if he can play at Augusta 5 to 7 years in a row.
Yeah.
At this stage of his career, I believe Tiger has the ability to win 2 or 3 out of the 5 to 7.
Okay. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to take it back to what I just said with Tiger and his length. And I'm going to paraphrase, and I don't even like Brendan Chambly. I do not like him.
Hold on for a minute.